All right. Hey, what's up, Josh?
Not much. What are you doing? Learning new words?
I knew the word, but I can never pronounce it. But we're going to give it a shot here. Let's welcome everybody to our escapade through the enthralling realm of AI. Are you ready for it? Anthropomorphism.
Anthropomorphism. If I told you how many times I anthropomorphized in my life, oh my God.
Probably more than you think, right?
Yeah, no, and definitely more than I think.
And if we struggle with it, it also, you can throw in substitute personification.
Yeah, this is not a word I expect any of you to be using in your regular daily life if you ever want to have a girlfriend.
All right, so anthropomorphism, from lovable robots in pop culture to the friendly voices of our smart devices. Josh, we are surrounded by these machines that seem almost human. Josh, so what exactly does it mean to personify AI, and why do we do it? Today, we're going to explore the science behind our brain's irresistible urge to humanize technology, because that's why we do it.
So are you ready to just dive right into this intriguing world of AI anthropomorphism, where robots and virtual assistants... I'm going to say it however I feel like saying it. So it's where your virtual assistants come to life through human-like quirks and emotions, transforming our interactions with technology in ways we'd never imagined. Hey, what is AI? Anthropomorphism? It is an attribution of human-like traits and emotions or intentions, artificial intelligence, or robots. I like to think of it like when I call my dog Mr. Buttersworth, or my cat is Penelope Johnson III. I'm giving her human-like traits because she is a human. She is a human. Okay, well, first I was going to start with WALL-E. I actually saw a whole special about this. WALL-E is a lovable trash-compacting robot with human-like emotions who embarks on a space adventure and falls in love with another robot, Eve. And I saw a whole thing on how Eve, because of her shape, would make you think of a woman, because she was shaped oval, which is ovum, which makes you think of a woman. Her figure, no joke. It's her shape. Anyway, the
name Eve did it for me.
Yeah, but Disney thought, no, her shape personified a female form. That they put a lot of thought into that, by the way. I saw a whole documentary on it. Anyway, the Iron Giant in 1999. The Iron Giant is a giant alien robot that befriends a young boy named Hogarth Hughes. Get it? Howard Hughes, Hogarth Hughes. Okay, anyway. But the movie explores the robot's ability to develop human emotions and choose its own destiny. Robots aren't allowed to do that, by the way.
Well, it depends what movie you're watching.
Don't you have one? This one's a good one.
Yeah, I just got to give a shout out. I loved Iron Giant, dude.
You know, I don't think I've ever gotten through the whole thing. I'm not kidding.
Oh, all right. I'm hanging up on you.
No. It was one of those. It's one of the. You ever have a movie that you pick the wrong time to watch it every single time? I fall asleep watching it. It's like a Sunday movie, and I put it on, and it'll be like out.
Oh, there is that movie I went to watch, but then the apocalypse came, and I just never.
Oh, the apocalypse. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go a little darker here. So another example of a movie personification is Ex Machina. I don't know if you saw that.
Yes, I did see that.
That was around 2014. So Ava. What's the name of it? Ava? Ava is an AI-powered humanoid robot and is designed to interact with and manipulate human emotions, resulting in complex exploration of human and artificial intelligent relationships. Another one I struggled with, dude, in 2015 was Chappie, a police robot.
I like that movie.
You know why I struggle? Every one of his movies, that's Neil Blomkamp.
Yeah.
He has all these South African actors, which are really good.
Yeah.
But I can't understand what's going on.
Well, let me tell you, dude.
I know what you're going to tell me. You're going to tell me about the music.
The band? Yeah.
The band.
Yeah, if anybody look up Antwoord, D-I-E, Antwoord. Look them up. They're the actors that are in that movie, and oh my gosh, their videos they're like great, like 80s, late 80s, like the way MTV used to make crazy videos. Anyway, that's a sidetrack.
Josh, I make fun of you for stuff all the time, but I'm supporting you. I went down the rabbit hole whenever you told me a couple years ago, and it was super interesting. So check them out. Anyway, so real quick. So the last example of personification, anthropomorphizing, is Bicentennial Man. Robin Williams back in '99. He starred as Android, a humanoid robot who, like a lot of robot movies, embarks on a journey to become more human, experience love loss, and personal growth along the way.
Now, these are crazy. Now we're going to go into some real-life examples. Maybe real life for you. I don't know. Google Assistant. A lot of people's are Google's voice-activated AI assistant. A lot of people attribute human-like qualities. I find I yell at it more often than, no, that's not what I meant. Which some people, that's how their normal relationships are.
Yeah.
Then you have...
Very human.
Apparently, and I didn't believe this, but people, Roomba, you know, your iRobot vacuum cleaner, some people get attached to the Roombas. Now, that's a little weird. They give them names and treat them like pets that are, I think these are people that had this next thing as children. The Furby, you know, the Furby toy, the electronic pet. There's actually, I'm going to wrap it right into the Tamagotchi too, because my wife and her brother still talk about these virtual pets from the 90s and early 2000s. She was actually talking about getting our daughter one. She wants to get, so she fondly remembers having to take care of this pet and all this and having a relationship with it. So all of these things can have that personal attachment to them. I still don't think the vacuum cleaner, although, you know, they are very helpful.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I do, but I never talk to it.
So we have one. No, it's not necessarily talking to it. It's you're anthropomorphizing, right? So you're giving it human characteristics. So we have one, and my wife named it. I bought my dad, who's 82, one. He kind of wanted it, you know, but after he got it, he named it, and he talks. He's like, oh yeah, Blanche, I think.
Blanche. Blanche is cleaning the house.
I gotta do, and then like, you know, he's tech challenge, so he'll call me like, Blanche is stuck under the couch and I don't know what to do, you know?
Yeah.
So if anybody was listening to be like, what the hell is going on over there?
Yeah, I really, when Furbies and I never can announce the Tamagotchis, man, everything in today's is a tongue twister, you know? Let's see. Yeah, I still have up my pronunciation of anthropomorphized, so, you know, but anyway, I thought toys were going to get more into this. It was like today I look at the toys my daughter has and I'm like, really? I really thought like toys were going to get like really super cool. Remember when the robots were finally dancing and doing all the break dancing and moves, and I think the companies had so much money and technology into them. They're like, you know, kids will play with a cardboard box. Why are we doing this? We can save money. We can charge them, you know, Melissa and Doug.
I think what happened, Josh, is they got to the point where the potential was so great, they just went to military contracts.
Exactly. They're like, wait, these drones can just blow stuff up. Why are we giving them the kids to play in their backyard? Yeah, so that's probably part of it. But the technology I really thought was going to go there, but you know it's coming. Like I thought Teddy Ruxpin, you know, I thought Teddy Ruxpin, you know, was going to take over our house by now. You know, I thought the teddy bear. I thought Ted would be walking around our house. You know,
I want Ted walking around. I can go
around. Exactly. Murph. Right, I'm going to replace Murphy with Ted.
So you don't have to replace, just add.
Yeah.
Let's go into the benefits. Like, why do we personify, right? Because we want to put some human emotion because it's easier for us to connect with it. We create something that's not there. But what are the benefits for it? So one of them, Josh, is fostering empathy. So there's a robot, a therapeutic robot called Paro, P-A-R-O. Yeah. It's 4 letters, and I still think
that one's not hard today. We're still traumatized from anthropomorphism.
So it's a therapeutic robot seal, and it was designed to respond to touch and sound like a real animal. And
like a real seal. Because I know what a real seal's. That seal's very inauthentic. When I usually slap the back of a seal, it usually bites me. Sorry.
It's a little rubbery in the butt. So Paro has been successfully used in nursing homes and hospitals, right? We're back to the fostering empathy in case we forgot. So it helps to reduce stress and anxiety among patients. So that it elicits empathy and emotional connections. Why does it do that? It's because we're personifying, we're anthropomorphizing. So another thing is that another reason we do it, another benefit is it improves the user experience. So voice assistants like Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa, it's difficult for me to read this one as a positive.
I was going to say your whole house is going to go off.
I yell at my damn Google. It just gets worse by the day. I don't know what they're doing over there. Anyway, their intent is to be programmed with human-like conversational skills to make interactions feel, natural and enjoyable for the users. It's not enjoyable. So their ability to understand context, respond to queries with humor, and engage in conversation enhances their overall user experience. At least that's the intent. And I get it. I see where they're going. They're just not executing it.
Yeah, it's funny. They also use it for promoting acceptance and adoption. The robot Pepper, I love that, not Salt, but just Pepper, was developed by SoftBank Robotics, and it's designed with humanoid features that can interact with people in various settings, such as a retail setting or hospitality. And it's I'm not doing it. It's anthropomorphic design.
Nice.
Helps customers feel more comfortable with AI and technology, or brainwashing, as we call it. And the increasing likelihood of adoption across different industries. I've actually seen people yelling in lobbies at, I forget what hotel chain had rolled this out, and they came up and it was like, "Hi, are you going to be registering tonight?" "Yes." "Wait here for a person." And I'm like, you could add the poll at the end of the sign, but that poll cost you about 20 grand to just talk to me. So anyway, but I totally get it. And then there's enhancing education. Now, this is cool. AI-powered educational tools like the robot Neo can mimic human-like behaviors and expressions. And by the way, this is getting blown out of the water compared to what you and I were having you want to talk about educational tools, you can just go off on ChatGPT all day now and just be you have a professor. If you're inquisitive, oh my gosh, the things we were doing with it yesterday. But for coding, math, foreign languages, interactive human qualities that help keep students more engaged and motivated, it'll actually mock you. I mean, it's it's really, really super cool. Then you have facilitating therapy and rehab. All right. Robots like the MIT developed TIGA have been used in therapy and rehab settings. TIGA's anthropomorphic design, with its ability to express emotions and respond to social cues, helps patients develop trust and rapport. Not Rappaport. I always thought it was Rappaport. It's actually rapport. Making the therapeutic process more effective and enjoyable. What was very therapeutic and effective and enjoyable was pronouncing I'm done.
You know what? You killed it with rapport.
Yes, Rappaport.
No, don't say that, because now I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
So, Josh, that's awesome, and I know we're only hitting on some of the things, and then you mentioned how some of these things are going to get blown out of the water. I don't know if that's exactly the case, or they're just going to up their game significantly because of things like ChatGPT.
Yeah. I just think the robots that they had rolled out, were coded with exactly what, if then that, and now it's going to be
so
why shouldn't I say it Ramada? Because it'll have an answer for that,
And the important thing is you said everything was, if this, then that, right? So it's like they work all the stuff out. What if this question's asked? Then put this response. What if this question? And it's a manual process. So so all they're going to do now is these robots that are used for these different, benefits such as, rehab or teaching. They're not going to go away. They're just going to be, incredibly better.
But what about the dark stuff, Dean? The ethical concerns?
Dark stuff.
Do you know anything about them? Do you know anything about these human-like qualities with AI could blur the lines between humans and machines? Is that possible? You could manipulate these and deceive people. AI-generated deepfakes are already the talk of the internet. We're already starting to see them mimic real people's appearances and voices. They can be used to spread misinformation and damage reputations. Or they could actually just be the real person and the politician going, no, really, it wasn't
me.
It wasn't me. It wasn't
me. You remember that Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
He did that stand up and he's like, hey, my girlfriend said it was, cheating on me. He goes, all you do is deny it. Wasn't me. I saw you, Eddie. You came out of her apartment.
Yeah, that's been around
Wasn't me.
Yep.
Yeah.
The song
I was when he filmed that in LA, I was there at the LA Forum.
You were next to him when he filmed it? Oh, you were at the show.
I was. He called me up on stage, right?
Yeah. Was he wearing one of those cute leather numbers?
It was like the purple, like
I just saw a TikTok of one of his performances.
Yeah, so do I. You know the funny thing is he makes fun of he has a lot of gay jokes in San Francisco specifically.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, do you have a mirror?
Okay, so next we have unrealistic.
Wait, no, I'm not moving next. Have you seen, because you went into the manipulation and deception.
Yeah.
Did you see that Trump AI generated image of him running away and all the cops chasing him on the courthouse steps or something?
Yeah, I don't know if it was Jimmy Kimmel or who it was. They said they could tell it was fake because he was running. They could tell it's fake because he was running. They're like, he would never run. And
he was darting. So you're like, it looks good, but I'm like, that's
not a position that wouldn't involve tearing something.
Yeah. Anyway, so to what you said, some of the ethical concerns is manipulation and deception because AI is getting so good. Hey, Josh, you know what we don't have on here, which we talked about the other day? You can write something and say, write it in the style of Ernest Hemingway, right? And so it'll do it. But you can also put your own stuff, or you can take somebody's, if you want to deep fake some writing, take something like Josh Levine wrote these 10 articles, put them in there and say, this is written by Josh, in his style, write this.
Already done
it. Looks.
No, I've already done it.
But have you done it in a manner to deep fake and
I did it in somebody said, I really like the way this person writes. I wish my blog post was written in their style. And I said, done. And then I sent it back to them and they're like, wow, that's really good. You almost sound like, no, I did exactly what you said.
What you said.
It was pretty
That's
funny.
Interesting. Yeah.
So then there's
can you copyright your style?
Yeah. That's what people will do. Or they'll use AI to figure out that somebody copied their style so they can sue. Figure that out.
That's what I'm asking. And then, so William Shatner can copyright, I don't think we should go to the planet.
Oh, it's already coming. I've heard some of the AI voice generators, and you're like, wow, there's a lawsuit right there. That's Morgan Freeman. They're like, no, it's not. I'm like, I don't think anyone would doubt that in a court of law, what you were going for there.
It's Gorgon Meeman.
Yeah. Gorgon Meeman said, but so then there's unreal expectations. So in the
unrealistic,
unrealistic expectations. In the 2013 movie Her, it explores the concept of a man falling in love with his AI assistant. The fictional scenario highlights the danger of people developing unrealistic emotional attachments to AI. So stop sleeping with your Roomba is what I'm saying. Next. So then we have you got the blurred lines between humans and machines. So virtual influencers like Lil Miguel Miguela Gorilla, what?
It's a good nickname for her. I gave you this section. Do you know who that is?
No idea.
Yeah, so it's I think it was two guys that started this fake person, and fake persona. They weren't coy about it. It was just what it was, and it has millions of followers,
Yeah, didn't we say we were going to create two avatars so they could fall in love on some dating app and see what happens and see what the relationship, see how it ends?
Well, I didn't because I didn't want us to be responsible for any little avatar babies, and if we started it, we got to pay avatar babies, child support.
The next one we were taught. This one relates to what we were just talking about with privacy and consent. So the AI systems such as voice assistants and social robots often collect a lot of vast data about people to improve their functionality, but it also raises concerns about that. And also, like I said, it could copy you. It's like, can you imagine? It'd be like, I remember we had a yellow-naped Amazon growing up. Do you know what a yellow-naped Amazon is? It's a parrot. Okay.
I didn't know.
A yellow-naped Amazon. And when she could deep fake my mother's voice, not on purpose, just she learned to talk from my mom. So if we used to have the Jehovah's Witnesses stop by every Saturday morning and knock on the door. And sometimes my mom wasn't home when they would knock on the door, and I would be watching cartoons. I'm like 11 years old. They'd be knocking on the door. I'm like, well, they don't want to talk to me. They want to talk to mom. I'm not going to answer the door. And they'd knock on the door. This is when we used to like people coming to the house, you know, back in the old days. Knocking on the door, and they would have a full-blown conversation with the yellow-naped Amazon because she would go, hello, and they're like, Janet, it's us. You know, we just wanted to come talk to you. We have the watchtower. Hello? No, Janet, it's us. We're coming up. Hello, I'll be right down. Okay. And I'm like, oh my God, they're not going to leave. Yeah, it was terrible.
So now your yellow-naped Amazon is now Mormon?
Yeah, she was. No, Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, did she convert?
And probably. And she was, actually, I wonder if that bird's still alive. Probably is. My parents gave it away, but they lived till they're like 100. So he's probably still alive.
Interesting.
We never could figure out. We always assumed it was a female.
Josh, one of the points that isn't talked about enough when it comes to personification, anthropomorphizing, when it comes to privacy and consent, is that when you tend to think something's your friend, you might share more information, right? Like maybe the Roomba, I'm not going to share something deep and personal, but like in the movie Her, if I had some smart assistant, you might share more information, you know, than you would. I'm sure some people
Where did I put that bag of lye for that dead body in my trunk? Where did I put it? It's in the cupboard. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I just called 911. Oh,
and it's not in the cupboard. I moved it. I'm just tricking you so you don't know where it is. Yeah.
Then also you have responsibility and accountability, because as AI systems become more human-like, questions arise about the responsibility and accountability for their actions. And we talked about this in a previous episode and how they're starting to legislate or attempt to, or just meet and yell in a room at each other about this. So, for example, if an AI-driven autonomous vehicle causes an accident, it may be unclear who may be held responsible. I go after that rich robotic company with all their tech money. That's who I sue. But anyway, the vehicle owner, the AI developer, or the AI system itself, ask an attorney. He'll say all of them.
Ask an AI attorney.
Ask AI attorney. Who should I sue? My robot brother.
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
He unplugged my cord when I was a little boy. I hate him.
Josh, that's come up. Remember here in Tempe, like 3 years ago, I can't remember if it was Uber or Waymo, Google's Waymo. There was an accident where some lady was killed from one of the automated cars. There was an actual driver in it who was not driving. They were just in there. But I think it turned out it was so egregious that the person like jumped out, was like on drugs or something like that, it kind of went away. But that's the thing. Hey Josh, do you remember?
At least that's what the deep fake video showed.
Yeah, I know. Right. It's still going on. Yeah. Do you remember, like we talk about, what is it? Bing and Bard and ChatGPT. But, this stuff has been around for longer than that. Do you remember about 3 years ago that Microsoft released their AI chatbot for Twitter named Tay, T-A-Y?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the attempt at it. Yeah.
The attempt. Thank you. Because that's basically what it was. So I'm talking about responsibility and accountability, right? One of the ethical concerns is that users quickly realized that they could get Tay to respond in less than intended ways, right?
Yeah.
So they were able to get it quickly, so it would mimic and model by what they wanted it to do by inappropriate and offensive comments, and basically they got it to say racist things.
Yeah, right? It was racist and anti-Semitic. Tay was not very nice. Tay.
So that started off as a friendly, curious AI chatbot. And it quickly began spewing offensive language and hate speech.
I got a good one. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but robot assistants hurt my feelings. Sorry.
You started it with I got a good one, so...
It was good. Sticks and
put
stones.
The bar here.
Yeah, sticks and stones will... Okay, forget it.
Yeah.
Again, whenever someone's offended by humor, a joke, or hate speech, I just kind of go like, sticks and stones, man. I don't know. I get it. Do you get it? I don't know. No one's ever said anything to me that was so Awful.
Really? I keep a list.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I just kind of go, words hurt, man. You know, so, but again, I'd rather know who the person is saying it than them keep it a secret. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like it's kind of like, yeah, that's how I like my racist is out. I like my racist like, you were raised by wolves. You know, I like to know that. Like, so my robot, I want to know who taught my robot. I don't care what the robot said.
So
Roomba called me. I'm not even going to get into it.
Racist Roomba.
Yeah.
Anyway, so on that term, racist Roomba, we're going to wrap it up, Josh.
Yeah. It went downhill fast there at the end. We're like, how do we talk around this subject without saying anything? Okay.
Anyway,
Murphy?
I still, I think this is, because I teach, so something like this is, I keep up on it, and I like it.
I was trying to end with a puppy, so it'd be really cute. Come here, Murph. He doesn't want to.
Let's get it.
Murph, come here. He doesn't care because I'm not his mom. Oh, the dog doesn't like me either. The Roomba doesn't like me. But he doesn't use foul language in my house.
At least not that you can understand.
No.
Yeah, I think you're anthropomorphizing on your dog.
Yes, I tend to attribute human characteristics or behavior to a god, animal, or object.
Okay, on that note, we're wrapping up. So thanks for joining us for anthropomorphizing.
Remember not to recommend this channel to any friends of yours because they'll be mad at you.
All right, thanks. See you, Josh.
Bye.